Now, usually you have to choose between heavy duty, right, that right there, and portability, but that is not the case with this. This is the brand new Origin Plus heavy duty fluid head travel tripod. And it's crazy to say that, but if you don't believe me, I'm gonna put this setup on top of this tripod before this video is over. Also, Fotopro was nice enough to do a giveaway for the channel and the subscribers to the channel. So I'm going to be giving away this, which is a $200 valued product, but you have to stay to the end of the video to figure out how to enter the prize giveaway. That's a retention thing, right? You gotta watch the whole video in case you want this for free. But anyway, as always, this is going to be an honest and transparent video sharing real world user experience, trying out this tripod. They also sent out a support package, which is one of their bags, and I'm going to talk about this bag. This is the TS02 Pro, but first let's jump into the Origin Plus heavy duty fluid head video tripod. By far the nicest bag that I've ever seen included with one of these little travel tripods, and it's because of how durable it is. And look at the stitching on the zipper. They don't fall apart, and everything is protected underneath this top. It's kind of sewn into it, and the zipper is underneath. This bag has a little pouch on the inside of it. There's also a zippered compartment on this side, and there's also a zippered compartment on this side. So you get basically 3 zippered compartments on this bag, and this is a really thick bag. I can't stress enough how nice this bag is. This knob on the back right here controls the pan movement from left to right. This is a really smooth movement. I'm going to share this a little bit more when we talk about a heavier setup here in a second. There's also a nice little hidden trick here in the arm. If you rotate this counterclockwise, you can loosen this up and you can extend this arm. This helps when you have a larger setup on the tripod. This I didn't even notice right away, so it's a really nice feature there. The knob to adjust the handle itself is right here at the top of the handle. Of course, you can rotate this 360 degrees. There is little teeth there so that it will latch in, of course, and then it won't move. So it's anti-slip or anti-movement once it's locked down. Now this tilt locking knob adjusts the vertical orientation. And as you can see, there is a hydraulic head here. And so the vertical tilt is extremely smooth and it operates really easily. And on the back side of this, you can see that there is markings for the degree that you're on so that you always know where you were when you were locking and unlocking this tilt lock. This is a really smooth feel, and I'll show you this with a heavier setup here in a second as well. On the back here, you can find your vertical locking knob. Now this allows the plate to go vertical and or horizontal. Now this is a really nice feature if you need to make a quick adaptation and change to vertical shooting versus horizontal shooting. This is the column lock switch, and this allows you to raise that central column vertically. Now, what you would have noticed there is that this is a 2-stage column, and also inside the column is this hidden wrench tool. Now, this hidden wrench tool allows you to separate the 2-stage column or center shaft to basically lower the angle that you'll be using this tripod at. So what you would do is you would unscrew this here all the way. There's also a nut at the bottom of the base that allows you to lock this into place so it doesn't move pan as easily. And then this column, this 2-stage column, can either be inserted with both pieces together. It can be inserted upside down so that the camera hangs in between the legs. And then you can also loosen the legs for a high, mid, or low base using this nice release system that they have here that automatically goes back in place. They have a patented flintlock system for adjusting the legs, and this is going to be preference whether or not you like this or a twist style, but the tension can be adjusted on these flintlocks to allow for either an easier or a tighter fit when snapping these open and unopen. But at any rate, whatever your preference is, this is really easy to use and adjust with that tension ability on the back side of the flintlock system. Another nice thing is that your thumb faces the flintlock system, and so as you're snapping these on and off, it's going in the natural motion of your thumb, making it really easy to use. I think this was ingenious design. And the legs of the tripod, which are the Origin Heavy Duty Plus Video, are basically able to go almost completely flat, giving you a very low angle of shooting. And again, you can also do a high setup with the camera hanging in between the legs, but this is what it looks like when it's sitting completely flat. Now, at the bottom of the feet, you have these rubber, and you can see they're kind of slightly tilted, if you will, so that when you open up the legs, of course, it's going to lay even or flat on the ground. But these come off, and you got to tug and twist a little bit to get that off of there. These are always so hard to come off, which is good because that means you won't lose them. So those are really nice. You can see that. But then, like I said, you have these 3 feet that come along with it. And then you have 3 more feet, 3 more little feet replacements in case you lose these. It does come with this longer plate here. And you can tell that that's made for heavy duty setups, because if that was a lightweight tripod, then typically those plates are the square shape versions that come. As far as like weight capacity, this weighs 3.66 pounds, this whole setup here with the fluid head. And then as far as capacity, it can hold 11 pound setup is what they say. Now that's usually the safe zone, right? Now you could push that a little bit if you wanted to, but understand that any expectations go out the window if you push beyond that 11 pounds, if you will. It's designed to comfortably carry 11 pounds without any issues. And this is a really stable tripod. Even though this is small and lightweight, it's super stable. But look how smooth that rolls. And because it has like a really nice firm feel to it, you're not going to get any of those micro jitters. You know, sometimes when it's like too light, you're not going to get any of those micro jitters. This is a really fluid pan as you're moving this fluid head here. This feels really good. And again, and this one, as you can see, like this knob right here is pretty light, right? It's not tight at all. But there's just some natural resistance that makes this pan really smooth. And then even with the up and down vertical, this is also really smooth. Look at that. Even though that is completely on loose, let me turn it this way so you can see it. There we go. Even though that is loose, you can see that that is still, look at that. So that should tell you that it's really good, or at least it's capable of holding a lot of weight, because it is barely moving with it completely unlocked. That is really nice. I mean, I can't tell you enough how much how smooth this vertical and this pan tilt is. So now I have my PYXIS set up, and you can see the little plate that I have at the bottom there. It's an Arca Swiss plate, so let's get that in place. Give it a little bit more space. So there you have it. Now let me loosen this here. So now we have the PYXIS set up on top of this. And again, look how smooth that is, right? That's the PYXIS. Now, when I loosen this now, it's going to be front heavy, so it's not going to have that same, strength that the other one has because of how heavy, how front loaded this lens is. You can see how front loaded that lens is there. But it's still very smooth, as you can see. It's not aggressive, right? It's still handling that weight really well. And then I can even, again, extend it here. So now I have, the leverage of the weight is much easier to manage now. Look how smooth this is now. This is a PYXIS setup on top of this travel tripod, right? And it's sitting on my desk. And so as you can see, this is not like extended into the ground. In fact, let me raise this just a little bit so you can put that up there like that. So you can see how stable this is. So now the PYXIS is up there just like that. I got caught looking, but look how smooth that is. It's not using any ground support or anything like that. That is completely fluid. This is such a nice tripod. But now let's take a quick look at the TS02 Pro, which is a backpack that they sent out for me to be able to test this tripod. This is also a really nice backpack. And although they did not ask me to talk about this backpack, I'm going to talk about it because it's built really well. It's really rugged. It's water resistant. The zippers are really nice. There's dual pouches. So let's jump into this backpack just a little bit so I can show you as another option. And just to state how tough this bag is, this is how it arrives. The tripod arrived inside of another box, inside of a bigger box, while this arrived inside that bigger box just in this plastic bag. So if this would have been ordered by itself, it probably would have just arrived inside of the box with this plastic. At the top of the bag there, they have this quick compartment here. The top pouch here, and that top pouch actually can go all the way down into the main compartment of the bag. This front pouch right here, and it's, you know, it's like a two-piece pouch, if you will. You have a side pouch. You have, on this side, you have one extension right here where you can extend this pouch side all the way out. You have that same little thing right there where you can loosen and tighten this pouch down right here. And then you have this one where you can loosen and tighten, although you do have that same loop if you want to move that strap. These straps are really nice and comfortable, and on these straps you have these different loops right here with different attachments and things like that where you can put things on, attach things on the back of the straps there. There's a luggage pass-through strap, padding at the bottom down there, which is going to go into the that's going to go into the lumbar part of your back. And then there is some breathable material in between your skin and the back of the bag. And they also have this cross strap here, so that on the straps itself, so that you can get that weight distribution across the middle. But you also have a waist strap that can go around your waist at the bottom. So you have a chest strap, you have a waist strap. You got the side access here, and this is pretty big side access. As you can see there, that's pretty big side access. You have a little compartment there, and then you have a zippered compartment as well to get into. On the backhand side, you have this main open flap here, and that is how you get into the bag itself. But there's your compartments, and of course all of this is adjustable. You can adjust that the way you want. And then on the top here, you have your sleeve for your tablet, or your, you know, double sleeve for your tablet or your laptop. Lastly, this is the giveaway. So this is the XGO HR Chameleon, and this is also a tripod. It's a lightweight tripod, and it comes with everything you see here. So it has this little bag that it comes with it. It comes with 3 replacement feet. The top plate, this is also a Arca Swiss type plate. Comes with this wrench here, and then it comes with an Allen key as well. In order to win this, you have to be a subscriber, and you have to put a comment in the comment section below. That's it. But this one has a cool feature, and the cool thing that this has is that you have the vertical, but you also have the horizontal. Let me find the groove. There's the groove. So now you kind of have that cool pan tilt that you can do like that. So you can even do that when you have this laid out flat. So you can get a lot of flexibility and a low shot with this one as well. This is also a really nice tripod. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. And if you want to win the XGO HR Chameleon tripod, comment in the comment section, be a subscriber, and everything else will go from there. But as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.